Today is part 1 of 3 of my 15 tips for expanding your marketing on limited resources. Number 1, create a culture that really encourages referrals. So what do I mean by that? Your best referrals come from people you know, and word of mouth is a really powerful marketing tool. Ask your customers who they could possibly refer you to. Some of my best business has come through this way. Secondly, your team are like your biggest brand ambassadors. Incentivize them to get referrals for you, and make sure that you share your story everywhere so people know what you do and they know what value you bring to your customers to encourage those referrals in. Number 2, strategically consolidate your team roles. And what do we mean by that? Look at ways of maximizing efficiency and workflow. Look at what is being done by more than one person, and look at things like what we call the ARCHI model. Who is accountable, who is responsible, who needs to be consulted, and who needs to be informed. Make sure you're not duplicating work by everyone having a really clear understanding of what they're meant to be doing and what their core tasks are in the business. Number 3, focus on one channel at a time. We often see businesses are trying to be on every possible social media channel they can be. They'll be flying on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Insta, YouTube, TikTok. It's better to be consistent and regularly posting on the one channel first before you extend your reach. Think about which channel most of your customers are going to be on and go for that first. And then once you're established, maybe 6 months down the line, you can then start to look to diversify into other channels. Number 4, create a content calendar. And this for me has been one of the biggest tips that I could give you. I try and plan my social media a month in ahead. And that way I know that no matter how busy my day gets, I've always got regular content going out on each of my channels. You could even have themed days. So Monday might be motivation. Friday might be asking a question or a poll. You could include book reviews, things that are happening within your business. But by having standard content days, you can start to plan and prepare. And then you can put in spaces for things like newsjacking or going into topical stories of the day. And number 5, develop and optimize standard operating procedures. Think about in your business, what can you automate? Can you put together a process of how you acquire your customers? What do you need to do that? If you get run over by a bus tomorrow, is all the information about your business and about your customer acquisition up here? Write it down, record the steps. And that way then you can look at getting an external VA to work with you to help you to deliver that process. So that's my first 5 tips. Part 2 will follow soon.